This video is geared towards those that recently graduated from college or recently left an opportunity and they're getting into a new role or they're joining a new company. And it's really about brand management is pretty vague, but it will have some components that's tied to that. It's really about your time management and your nonverbal communication. We can start off with time management. The simple piece that I will kind of focus on is the times that you come to work, the times that you leave, and the times that you attend meetings. And oftentimes I've seen over the last 10 years is you have that person that starts with the company and they want to make a good impression. And this is at least how I was, right? I wanted to make a good impression. So I asked my manager, hey, what time should I be at work? And I noticed that everyone started around 7 or 8. So I looked at 7 as being my benchmark. And I looked at it like I'd show up around 6:30. And as far as the afternoons, I realized that people would leave around 4 or 5:30. So 5:30 was my benchmark. So I'm thinking I'm leaving the office around 6 o'clock. And that's what I did. And as far as meetings, if a meeting was supposed to start at 11, I would always be there no later than about 10:30. Again, these sound like normal guardrails that one can subscribe to that align with them showing that company or showing that manager that they're there to make an impact, that they take the responsibility very seriously, and they want to make a good impression. I implore you to do the opposite. And it's not that drastically different, but it's just not over and beyond. If the people show up to the office around 7 or 8, I would implore you to start around 7:30, 7:45. If everyone leaves the office around 4 or 5 o'clock, I would implore you to leave around 5:15. And if a meeting starts at 11, I would say don't get to the meeting any earlier than about 10:45, 10:50. What this does is it secures the fact that yes, you do take it seriously, you are punctual, you do take this responsibility, at the height at which it should be, but at the same rate, you're not a pushover, you're not subservient, you're willing to follow, you're willing to be engaged, and that you will be. But at the same rate, you're not setting this unrealistic benchmark that as life takes its course, whether it's kids or whatnot, you're not setting this benchmark where if you do decide to change that cadence, now it looks like you're not doing what you used to do. So hopefully that sounds as simple as I intended it. But the goal is if a meeting starts at this time, or if people leave the office at this time, or if the day starts at this time, to just be on time and don't feel because you're new, you have to make this extraterrestrial impression to solidify your seat at the table. So that's the time management piece. From a nonverbal communication stance, this is one that ties to awareness, and I see many people miss the mark in nonverbal communication. As far as how you cross your legs and the direction in which they're open, talking to people and having your arms crossed, or giving a presentation and your hands are in your pockets. People are talking to you and you're not looking in their eyes, you're not engaging, you're not actively listening. These are things that you can easily change, key turn, instantly, Monday, or the next business day. You can go and say, I am going to approach this opportunity differently. I am going to listen differently. I am going to be cognizant of my posture. In a meeting, I am going to show that I'm actively listening. And if the presenter is looking for a sigh of agreement and there's no confusion on what's been presented, then I'm going to be that person that they can depend on to show that their message was clear and that I'm actively listening. So those are a couple points that you can kind of put into your toolbox, and it will be of value as it relates to how you navigate through life and how you find that work-life balance from a time management perspective. And then secondly, as far as nonverbal communication, we already know that 75% of communication is nonverbal. So it's not a lot of times what you say or how you say it or the questions that you ask. A lot of the times it's the other things that you have direct control over, and depending on your background, you already have a high level of awareness. So hopefully this was of help to you. See you on the next video.